Hello, welcome to yet another storytelling. Today, our story is entitled Why Wind Blew the Leaf Away. This story is about three characters: tree, a boy, leaf, a girl, and a wind, a boy. So, it's about their feeling, their emotions, how each and everyone love each other. So, I will continue my story by introducing and the feeling of each of the characters. Tree. The reason I'm called Tree is because I'm good at painting trees. I have dated 5 girls during college. There's one girl who I love a lot but never dare go after her. She's just a very ordinary girl. I really like her. I'm afraid that after we are together, all the good feelings will vanish. I feel that if she is my girl, she will be mine ultimately, and I don't have to give up everything just for her. She watched me chase after girls, and I have made her heart cry many times. When I kissed my girlfriend, she bumped into us. She was embarrassed but smiled and said, "Go on," before running up. The next day, her eyes were sullen. I purposely didn't want to think about what caused her to cry. When everybody had gone home, she was alone crying in the classroom. She didn't know that I watched her cry for an hour or so. My fourth girlfriend didn't like her. They had a fight once. I know that she is not the type to start a fight, but I still sided with my girlfriend. I shouted at her and she was shocked. The next day, she still behaved with me like nothing has ever happened. I know that she is very hot, but she didn't know that my heartache is as bad as hers. When I broke up with my fifth girlfriend, I asked her out. She told me about this guy after her. A nice guy, full of energy, lively and interesting. His pursuit of her has been talk of the college. I couldn't show her my heartache and just smiled. When I reached home, the heartache was so strong that I couldn't stand it. It's like a heavy weighted stone on my chest. I couldn't breathe. I got a message on my phone which read, "Leaf's departure is because of wind pursuit, or because tree didn't ask her to stay." I broke down and cried. Okay, our next character, Leaf. During college, I liked collecting leaves because I felt that for a leaf to leave the tree she has been relying on for so long, it takes a lot of courage. For 3 years, I was very close to this guy as a friend. But when he had his first girlfriend, I got jealous. They were only together for 2 months. When they broke off, I had my happiness. But after a month, he got together with another girl. Whenever he had a new girlfriend, my heart would hurt. I begin to suspect that this is a one-sided love. Liking a person is very heart-wrenching. I can know his likes, his habits, but his feelings toward me, I can never figure out. Despite that, I still want to be by his side, hoping that one fine day he will come and love me. I know that no matter how busy he is, he will make time for me. I waited for him. The 3 years were the hardest to go through. Sometimes I wonder, should I continue waiting? The pain and the dilemma accompanied me for 3 years. Suddenly, this junior started pursuing me. He is like a warm and gentle wind, trying to blow a leaf away from the tree. In the end, I realized that I didn't want to give his wind a small footing in my heart. I know this wind will bring the badly battered leaf far away to a better land. Finally, I left a tree, but the tree only smiled and didn't ask me to stay. Leaf's departure is because of wind pursuit, or because tree didn't ask her to stay. Okay, our third character, Wind. I like a girl called a leaf, who is so dependent on a tree. So I have to be a gust wind. When I first met her, it was 1 month after I joined college. I saw a petty person looking at my seniors playing soccer. She is always sitting there looking at him. When he talks with girls, there's jealousy in her eyes. When you look at her, there's a smile in her eyes. Looking at her became my habit, just like she likes to look at him. One day she didn't appear. I felt something was missing. I can't explain the feeling, except it's kind of uneasiness. I went to her class and saw my senior scolding her. Tears were in her eyes while he left. The next day I saw her at her usual place looking at him. I walked over and smiled to her, took out a note and gave it to her. She was surprised. She looked at me, smiled and took the note. The next day she passed me a note. Lip shot is too heavy and wind couldn't blow her away and left. I replied, it's not that lip shot is too heavy, it's because leaf never want to leave tree. Slowly she started talking to me. I knew that the person she loved is not me. But I had this perseverance that one day I will make her like me. I will definitely use all means to win her over. I can't remember how many times I have declared my love to her. One day I asked her over the phone, how come you didn't reply? She said. I'm nodding my head. I couldn't believe my ears. I hung up the phone and rushed to her place and rang her doorbell. The moment she opened the door, I hugged her tightly. Lips departure is because of wind pursuit or because tree didn't ask her to stay.